Fortnitemares?
No, we haven't. No, I haven't played any of it. I need to. I'm gonna check it out. Why is it fun?
I don't know. I heard people like it, but I don't know. Okay, let's see. Get the little tweet ready.
The old tweety tweet.
Okay.
All right, we are live.
Nice. All right. Tweeted.
Sweet. I'm just double checking. All right, you ready to get started?
Yep.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast, episode 283. I'm Harrison. I am joined by our other Nick, as always. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
What's up? I'm doing good. It's a glorious Monday.
Glorious Monday. Yeah. So light news this week, or we just missed something. But I mean, if we missed something, it must have not been big enough for us to think about. But so what we're going to focus more on Nick's impressions of Pokemon Legends, since that's the big game that released last week. But before we dive into what we've been playing, Nick, how was your week?
Week was fine. Work's been really busy, so that's been kind of crazy. Had to work a little bit yesterday, which is never fun working on the Sunday. You know.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, never fun. It's been all right. Okay weekend, just kind of like getting more baby stuff together, getting ready. We had bought this stroller like 3 months ago, and it was kind of sitting in the garage. Like, we had unpacked it and everything and looked at it and made sure it looked fine. And then we were looking at it again, and Alicia and I started to realize that it was just too big, and like we weren't gonna. Yes, it could fold down, but we weren't going to take it around with us. Like, it was just too big to do anything with aside from just walking in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was like pulling teeth, because I didn't want to return it. I wanted to just commit to what we had. And then eventually Alicia convinced me to go get a new one. And then we went to Target and then found one that we absolutely loved. Like, man, this is perfect. Glad we did this.
Is it the one that like has like the car seat into stroller combination, so you can just kind of like lift out, put it? Yeah, those are the best. Like you have like the station or whatever that's in the car, and then you could just pull out the car seat right from there, directly into the stroller.
Easy.
Yeah,
easy. And that's what we bought at first. Like that was what we bought the first time around, but it was just ginormous. Like, it was so huge. So we went with a much smaller one that I think we're gonna like. But
yeah, I think it's probably for the best. You know,
lug it around. I mean, I was just thinking about, like, going to our parents' house for the holidays or going down to Florida or just traveling in general. It's like, we're not going to bring this shit with us realistically.
Yeah. And it's like, you don't really need a big one either. Cause I mean, like
what are we doing?
Yeah. You'll have like, if, there's like storage options, but it's like, I don't know. You don't really need, I mean, if you're just going around the neighborhood or something, you don't really need to take much, just bare essentials,
Yeah.
diapers, stuff like that. That's about it.
Maybe a backpack full of.
Yeah. Or have a backpack ready to go. So
I could use the backpack that you got me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's easy money.
Easy money.
So that was the weekend. How about you?
That was it. It was good. It was good. Yeah, it didn't really. Well, no, we ended up going to our local like haunting attraction, which was awesome. We've been going to that one the last several years, and it's really awesome. Kellen absolutely loves it. He's always like, I'm leading the charge. I'm in front. I just kind of stand back and make sure he's good. There was one point where it's like one of those, like you walk into the tunnel, like the tunnel is spinning, and it's like also like neon. So like,
it's like a bridge in a tunnel.
Like, yeah. So like, when I walked in, I was just like, oh. And then sure enough, like as soon as he walked in and took like 2 steps, he went right towards like the railing. So I was like, oh, let me grab you. I mean, there's nothing for him to fall into, but I was just making sure he didn't trip or something like that. But
yeah,
so that was cool. But yeah, we had a blast.
You know what? Next year, let me know when you're planning on going, because I'd like to go as well. And
yeah,
Alicia doesn't. She doesn't want to do it. So,
and
we can't we can't just go by ourselves as 2 grown adults to a spooky woods. I feel like you need.
No. You don't need kids.
Okay.
It's more adult oriented. Like they have like a whole bar and stuff. Like it even says on like the tickets, it says there's no age minimum or anything like that. Just know that once you buy this ticket, there's no going back. But yeah, they have like, I mean, they have they have like beer and stuff you can buy if you want.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
all right, well, I retract my statement then.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not, like, Kellen was probably the youngest kid there, and he was last year and the year before. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
There's a few kids there, but yeah, mostly it's teenagers, adults. Yeah. So
cool.
It's cool. But they have like one section where they bring you to, and we think it's like an old, because places like this, they're always taking like refurbished stuff and just like donations from the community.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an old Sonic sign. Just that was like redone, but it worked out perfect because it spells out, the way they do it is it spells out icons, and it's like a big red neon sign that says icons, and it's like horror icons. So you go in and you go through like
Sonic icon,
the 13th section, the Jason section, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre section. They had like, they didn't really have a Terrifier section, but there was like the Terrifier Art the Clown there. So that part's always the coolest. They do a really good job. So yeah,
dang,
I'll let you know
that's awesome. I would love to go. I mean, I loved going as a young teen.
Yeah,
years ago, like in middle school. Like during October, I feel like we would do that every single weekend.
Yeah, it's a blast. We always have a good time. And this year we did it perfect because like last year I think we chose the 9 o'clock slot, and this year we did the 8 o'clock slot, and we got there like 30 minutes early, so we didn't have to wait in a single line for parking. We just kind of rolled up, parked, paid, and then got out. We still had to wait about 45 minutes in line to get into the park or whatever you want to call it. But last year I think we had to wait like an hour and a half, so we kind of timed it up. Yeah, pretty good.
Nice.
But yeah, so yeah, other than that, good weekend. Saturday made some delicious like street tacos. So good.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, Nick. Well, let's dive into what we've been playing. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Silent Hill.
Okay.
I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, I've played through it. I've played through it 1.5 times at this point.
Yeah.
You just picked it up last week, and let's hear it. How you feeling about it?
Yeah, I was kind of ready. Like I've been playing through Silk Song, been playing through Hades too, and I was like, and I finished Chronos already, so I was like, man, I need like another kind of big third person game, because I think at the end of the day, like those are always my favorite kinds of games, like the story driven,
Yeah.
third person whatever action games. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I know you kind of had mixed feelings about Silent Hill initially. I think you were a little bit more positive about it last week.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? It's Halloween. Let me pick this thing up. And I wanted to play it on my Portal as well. So like I played a few hours in bed this week. Runs pretty good. It took me a minute to get the Portal, because I hadn't touched the Portal in a couple months. I probably spent about an hour in bed trying to get my Portal to connect to my PS5. I went downstairs. I reset the PS5. I made sure remote play was enabled. I reset the Wi-Fi, and it still wouldn't work. And I've gotten to work before because I have like an extender in our room for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
As well, and I've never had an issue. And I googled it, and they said with the latest update, turn on airplane mode and turn it back off.
Oh my god.
And then it connected. I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, this makes no sense, but whatever. As soon as I did it, it worked and it connected. And I was just like,
great.
Well, now I don't even want to play. I ended up playing like 20 minutes that night. Because I was tired and annoyed. But yeah, Silent Hill F. I love this game. I know you had frustrations with the combat. And I think more so just you being in hard mode. There's like it's story mode and hard mode, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Like a cardinal sin. You need 3.
So I just went straight into story mode. I'm getting older, Nick. Sometimes I just want to play a game and enjoy it for what it is. Don't ever let someone tell you that you're not playing the game the correct way.
Wow, playing on baby mode.
All you Dark Souls fans out there. God forbid you use a system in the game. But yeah, the combat immediately clicked with me. Going in, like I wasn't quite sure how I would feel about it being melee only. Just because like literally every other survival horror game out there is, gun focused. There's melee options, but then like at the end of the day, it's the guns that you kind of focus on, and then locking that stuff. So I wasn't sure how I would feel, but after kind of playing with it for about an hour, I really enjoy it. Like, the finding weapons wasn't really an issue. So like I could kind of go through weapons as I chose. And, you have like the crowbar, baseball bat that's a little bit quicker. Then you have like the sledgehammer and like the axe that are a little bit slower, but obviously do more damage. And then there's a lot of, toolkits that you can find throughout the level or throughout the game to repair your stuff. So, you can use like the axe was a pretty go-to one for me.
Oh yeah.
So I would, use it down to like a little sliver left. And then I would, if I didn't have a toolkit, I would just, cause you can have up to 3 weapons at a time in your inventory. So I would just use my other weapons. And it really wasn't a huge deal, but yeah, just kind of getting used to like, like it, I know we use Dark Souls a lot as a reference when it's anything third person, but it kind of felt like a little bit Dark Souls just to me, and like with the combat, just especially with like the dodge, the weapon, like the light attack being on R1, heavy attack being on L2. You got the dodge. You have like your focus meter, where if you hold it down long enough, there's like a little ring that'll spin, and then you'll do more damage. And then you have like charm. Like I know you kind of already mentioned this, but I'll reiterate it. But you have charms, like a good any good survival horror game where you can, make the dodging timer easier or do more damage with, less durable weapons or vice versa. So there's a lot of different options you can kind of play with. But yeah, I was really impressed with the kind of design of the town that you're in. Like it's very, very. I really enjoyed exploring all that stuff, as any good survival horror game does. There's not a lot of like kind of going back. It's at least from what I can tell, because a lot of stuff gets blocked off as the story progresses.
Yeah,
And then
it's pretty
you can
linear.
kind of go back, but yeah, it's more on the linear side than most survival horror games. Um, but I really enjoyed the town, really going through that. I love it's definitely not as scary as Silent Hill 2. Like pretty far from Silent Hill 2 in terms of scare factor. I do love the fact that they like with the in Silent Hill 2, like the siren sound. I love how they incorporate like the Japanese, like I'm not exactly sure what instrument it is, but it's obviously
Yeah,
very Japanese sounding like horn or sound like that. Love that. Enemy design I think is really really great. Like just seeing like you hear the music of like the kind of the first enemies you come across, like the stitched up like mannequins almost.
hmm
I love like when they're not in your lane and then you see them and then they jump over like a fence or something and come at like yeah,
yeah.
I love stuff like that. And
The
the story is super, super interesting. So yeah, I'm very high on this game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You texted me about the scarecrows
Yeah.
last week.
I
How
I was more frustrated with that section than I was scared.
it was really hard to figure out what to do.
Like, well, I knew what to do. I just couldn't tell which one was not gonna attack me.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like it was
Yeah.
hard. Like the first three, I feel like were relatively easy, and then the last, I think there were five total. So the last
Yeah.
two, those were really confusing, and then there were just a lot of scarecrows.
Yeah, that last section, there was like probably like 10. And I was just like, oh, man, this is a little bit much. And I was like, I'm glad I'm playing this on story mode because I know this would be a super frustrating if it was on
That's the
the
point
higher
I switched
difficulty.
from hard to
Okay.
story. I was like, you know what?
So
I'm
that
just
was
gonna
like an
die
hour
a
and a
couple
half
of
in.
times.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel seeing those again in the school when you walked out of that one room and then you walk
Oh,
out the
they're all
hallway
just
and they're
standing
there?
there. Yeah, that got me. I was like, ooh, like there were some like genuine moments where in that scarecrow scene in the field where you just kind of feel like your skin crawling a little bit. I've had a couple of moments like that in this game. Nothing
Yeah.
other than that, nothing like the I don't know what it's called, the other world that you go into, like
Like
you go in
I
the
call it like the
river.
shrine
Yeah,
world.
like
Yeah.
that. None of that stuff is really really scary. I find
Mhm.
more of the actual world itself more scary. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm digging the story. I love how like you, I think you said last week or when we first initially talked about it, like every bit of dialogue is just
It's kind of weird.
weird.
It's
It's
just kind
kind
of
of
uncanny.
weird, and it's at first I was like, like okay, maybe this the voice acting isn't great, right? Initial like kind of thoughts,
Yeah.
but then once I was like, you start like listening to the characters and stuff like that, and how they're presenting the dialogue, you're just like, why would that person say that? Like that's kind of weird. And then you kind of start thinking about like, oh, there's some stuff going on with your character that I'm not going to say anything spoiler, but like halfway through it, I was like,
Like, is this person this? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I love it. And then like the kind of I'm not gonna say a twist, but like the moment when you're in the other world and things start happening, like some body horror stuff starts happening to you. Super cool. I was like, what is this? But I'm digging it
I'm in
because
for it.
like the
Yeah.
combat changes a little bit slightly. Just it's still melee only, but the combat starts to change and gets a little bit faster. Um, but yeah, man, this game's awesome.
It was really at that point where like the game started to take a turn for me
Mhm.
from being frustrating to being very interesting and very fun.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the puzzles?
They're pretty simple. Like and the puzzles are easier on story mode.
Okay, so you have
Um,
puzzles on story as well.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So you're
I,
playing in, you said baby mode. Is that what it was?
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I just did all stories. I don't really know how the puzzles like change significantly. Like I was able to figure pretty much anything. The only time that I had to look something up is when I got to the when you get back to your house and there's like the three different sections of the house, or three different versions of your home.
Yeah.
Um, I probably went through each room probably 5 times and I was like, and I picked up everything I possibly could, and there's obviously some puzzles that I just couldn't do yet, and I was like, where do I go? And then sure enough, I had to take the flyer with like the date and put it on the wall to unlock the
Yeah.
door. And I was like, I just missed that prompt when I was walking around. I just didn't see it. And then I was like, and then after that, I was like, okay, this is pretty simple. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm very curious to see how the story ends, and then obviously move on to some New Game Plus, see how that changes.
Ah.
Now that you're on New Game Plus, are there significant changes to the story or stuff like you get some more revelations or something like that?
Uh, I think the ending of the game will recontextualize a lot of stuff that happens in the first half of the game, and then there's also
Okay.
different dialogue as well.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
nice. You can if you start a New Game Plus and you're watching a scene and you try to skip it, it'll say, "Hey, this has new dialogue. Are you sure you want to skip?"
Interesting. Okay, that's
You
cool.
can like kind of automatically try to skip a scene at the beginning, and if it has nothing new, it'll just skip it, which
Okay,
is
that's
really
cool.
nice.
Yeah, that's super convenient. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Have you actually, I don't even want to ask this question, but I'm very excited for you to reach the end of the game and hear your
Yeah.
thoughts on what you think is going on, because I still don't know, like, exactly what happened, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting because like you have, you're following in like another world, you're following this fox man, and every step of the way, there's someone or something saying, "Hey, do not trust this person."
yeah,
And then you just obviously you have to or whatever. But yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
yeah, nice.
It's cool. Other than that, I have not played. I think I played maybe a little bit of Hades. Did a couple of runs, but didn't change much,
Have you
or do
made
much.
have you made it past the sirens?
Yeah, I've gotten past the sirens, and I made it to Cerberus a couple
Nice.
times and died both times, I believe. Um, so yeah, just kind of chipping away at it.
It's like my exact progress. Like, without fail, I would spend 2 to 3 tries on a boss,
Yeah,
and then the next run, I'd get to the next boss, and then do
yeah,
another 2 to 3. Like, something about this game just works so well where by the 3rd time you've fought a boss, you know it,
yeah.
and
Well,
you're
I
good.
mean, like the sirens, like it's very much up in the air if I'm gonna complete or be able to beat that in a run. They're a little bit hard for me as at the moment, so
Mhm.
that's kind of the hiccup that I have right now. I can beat them most of the time, but if I don't have a good run, then I'm just not going to. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'm still enjoying this still enjoying this game. I'll get back to it after I finish up Silent Hill. But yeah, it's real
Nice.
good.
Well,
It's real good.
I've been playing it a shit ton. I rolled credits, this morning. I had to do one more run to, like, fully beat the game, and I did that this morning. I love it so much. Like, this game
Yeah,
is so incredible. It might be it's probably my favorite roguelike that I've ever played. Like, I'd put it, like, up with something like Slay the Spire. I'd put it above Balatro. I mean, Balatro is kind of I don't know if that's, like, a really roguelike, but, um, dude, Hades 2 is so good. It's incredible. I'm excited to play more of it. I've been wanting to play more Pokemon Legends ZA, but I keep getting pulled into
yeah,
freaking Hades because every run is so different. Every run is so fun. I'll go into a run, I'll begin it, I'll go through a couple of rooms. I'm like, I don't love my build. Like, I don't love, the boon on my attack or the boon on my special. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it very far into this run, and I end up clearing it or getting as far as I had
pretty
before. I'm
far.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah, sometimes you just get the right, like you start off bad and you just get a couple of good boons or upgrades or whatever, and
yeah,
all of a sudden you're like, "Is this it? Is this the run?"
is this the one?
And then it usually isn't, but
And well, at this point, like, every run is kind of the run
yeah,
because I've upgraded my character so much. I have 3 death defiances, so I have like 3 um I have 3 lives essentially. And then like all of the shit, what are they called? The like the relics you can equip. at the beginning. Some not trademarks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The ones you get from like gifting people.
Yeah.
Relics I think is a good word. It's not that, but yeah,
something like that.
Something like that.
But I have those upgraded.
Keepsakes.
That's what it is. Yeah. I have those upgraded, and like I'll start off with the Zeus keepsake, so I can get that lightning right away because that Blitz special or the Blitz spoon, so good. I'll do that. And Aphrodite.
What's your favorite like what's your go-to weapon?
The staff.
The first at the beginning.
Yeah, okay. That's the one I have the most wins with.
Okay.
I'll do that with. I'll start it with like a Zeus keepsake, and then when I beat the next boss, I'll put on an Aphrodite keepsake.
Yeah, and so that's something cool too. Is like you can once your keepsake gets used up, you can like you can switch it up. And then like just unlocking like using the cauldron and doing incantations and like unlocking like okay after this this arena you might get something like a little like save point or something like that where you can kind of get a little bit of health back, or maybe there'd be like a Charon cauldron where you can buy
like a fountain or something.
Yeah, it really is like literally every run, even if it's like very small and doesn't feel like significant, you're always doing something. So even if it's like a keepsake, like you're like I'm gonna upgrade this keepsake. And if you clear 20, 30 rooms, that's probably going to upgrade that one keepsake. So even just something like that. Yeah.
And then
this game's good, man.
Then you can unlock an incantation that progresses keepsakes twice as fast. It's like, that's amazing. That's great.
There's a lot of stuff I haven't unlocked yet. So I'm excited to dive more into it. It's real good, man. It plays so good. I mean, it is like the perfect, I got 15 minutes. Let me go through it, and maybe it'll be longer, but
dude, it's always longer.
Yeah,
because you got to play the run, and then you got to do all the stuff after you beat the run, or after you like die or finish the run.
I mean, it's kind of got like me. I'm not a super into roguelikes, but this is like the same level, like maybe like Balatro in a way, where I'm working and I'm like I'm not really doing something. Let me grab my Switch and do a quick little run,
Yeah.
So yeah,
like free if you have a free 30 minutes, or like I've been playing like one run before bed.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Just see what happens.
Roll the dice a little bit.
Just roll the dice. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think I love roguelikes. I think
you definitely do. You definitely do. And Slay the Spire. Okay, Nick, it's on sale right now. Should I pick this up?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's like $8.
It's always on sale.
Okay.
Number one.
Well, I've got it saved. So like I've got a bunch of games on my Switch saved for whenever they go on sale. But yeah, it's $8 right now.
I really think you'll like it. You like card building games, right?
See, like this and like Inscription, like I want to play.
I put this over Inscription.
Have you played Inscription?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good. Inscription's really cool too.
Yeah,
but
that's more. I mean, it's horror based, right? There's like some weird
it's like
going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's real good.
It's real good.
All right, Nick, tell me about Windows Central, the game Pokemon Legends, or Pokemon Legends, the CA. So just to preface, I mean, we had a whole episode last week about how this game we weren't going to get it. This is going to be like the last kind of line in the sand for Pokemon for us, at least for right now. I still have held the line, but you immediately folded on Thursday and texted me and you're like, yeah, you tried to justify it, but
I did.
The end of the day, you folded. You're like, I went to Costco, I got $100 worth of cards for 90, and then I used it to buy.
Let me justify it. Real quick. All right. So I went online, Costco. I buy $100 worth of eShop gift cards for $90.
Okay.
Because you can always do that at Costco.
Right.
And then I use those $100 to buy 2 game vouchers
Right.
from the eShop, which lets you buy full price games. So basically, right off the jump, saving $30.
Okay.
But I have to buy another game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to use it on another game. What I didn't realize is that I can only use the game voucher on
On
the
the
Nintendo Switch
Switch.
1 version of the game, so I still had to pay an extra $10 to get ZA.
Yeah.
And I'll have to do the same thing with Prime 4 because I'm going to use the voucher for Prime 4. But I'll
So
have
you're
to
not really saving a lot of money, but hey, it's all right.
You know what? I saved $20.
Hey, $20, $20.
$20 is $20. So in my mind, I got Legend ZA for free. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well,
Anyways, immediately folded after I did my girl math and tried to make it work.
yeah. Like, well, I've got $50 in Target gift cards. If I go out and buy it, I'm really only spending $20.
If I go steal $50 from someone, I'll have $50, and then I can use that to.
Hey, sometimes like I know the girl math makes no sense, but sometimes like it kind of does. Like
It does.
cash is basically free. It's free money.
Cash is absolutely free money.
Yeah, it's if you've got cash on you, like that's nothing. Like
It used to be the other way
that's
around.
not your money. That's not your money.
Whose money is that?
All right, but
Legend ZA.
Yeah, ZA. How is it? How are you liking it so far?
Because I'm like 5 hours in. Just recently unlocked Mega Evolutions, and I will say, I'm enjoying it so far. I like the combat. I like running around the city, doing little parkour stuff, climbing on top of rooftops, sneaking up on unsuspecting trainers and just annihilating their Pokemon from behind. That's really fun. I got to a really weird point. So, okay. So the entire preface of this game, Legend ZA, is you are doing like a tournament royale, and you're battling from rank Z to rank A.
Right.
And during the day, you'll like go to wild areas and catch Pokemon and do side quests and that kind of stuff. But at night, a battle zone opens up, and you go there, and you're basically battling to earn enough points to then basically do like a qualifier match to get you up to the next rank.
Yeah.
So I did that, like, Z, got to Y, got to X, got to W, got to V, and then I get just as a part of the story, you get Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
When you're at rank V. And then the CEO of whatever the hell industries calls me out. Who cares, right? Who cares? There's rogue Mega Evolutions taking over the city. They're gentrifying areas and industrial, all kind of stuff. But anyways, so the guy calls me up and he's like, hey, the reason we set up this whole tournament is to find people like you that are like so good at battling Pokemon and have these Mega Evolutions and this kind of stuff. And then my friend who's with me, like your kind of partner, she's like, well, we're at rank V. Like, we're pretty low. And he's like, well, I have news for you. I'm going to let you battle to get to rank F.
Jesus Christ.
Essentially skipping the whole alphabet. So this next, like,
sounds like Pokemon. They're taking shortcuts on JPEG windows, and now they're shortcutting the story. Gosh, sounds like Game Freak.
So now I'm doing like this. I'm doing like the night stuff where I'm battling the zones, and then I'm going to do my qualifier to get to rank F. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess it makes sense in the context of the story because, I'm too powerful for ranks, U through G.
Yeah.
But also don't write the story that way. You know what I mean? Like, don't write it in such a way that makes you skip half of the alphabet.
There's a game that came out last year that does that, like, and it feels like you're actually climbing the ranks. Was Metaphor ReFantazio, when you're getting the what do they call it, the not votes but like
Valor points or something,
Valor or something like that. But yeah, like that felt pretty.
It felt really organic.
yeah, by the time like you got to 3, like 4, like in the single digits, you're like, man, like I did something. Like I mean, yeah, like you said, very very organic in a way instead of just yeah. And at some point, yeah, you are skipping like 500 at some point. Whatever. It's not one, a single digit, so it's a little bit different. But
But it's like a popularity ranking too,
yeah,
so
it's
it's
popularity. So
gonna jump a lot.
yeah, it feels.
But
Anyways,
this is it's just so funny because, like, obviously doing doing this cycle 24 times would get repetitive,
yeah,
right? Like, just by nature, it would get repetitive. But don't build the game around it if you're not gonna have Z to A. You know what I mean?
it's Z to what V and then
Z to V
V
and then
to
F
F.
to A. I mean, that's not as catchy. Not
Yeah,
as catchy of a title. So that's where I'm at right now, which is like, honestly, I'm fine with it from a gameplay perspective because, like I said, like, that's gonna get super repetitive, and it's probably more exciting doing these battles up in the F rank anyways. Because, like,
yeah.
my Pokemon are already up to low 30s, high 20s at this point,
Jeez.
and I played
Yeah.
for 5 hours. So, like, they level up pretty fast. Like, there's the XP sharing that's just always on. You're catching Pokemon all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you're always getting XP, and then
I just, man, I know people are always going to say like the gameplay is better than it was back in the day, like on Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, DS, but like I just really appreciated like the slower pace of those games where yeah, I think Gold and Silver and Blue and Red were more difficult games because there was an EXP share, so you had to like focus. Okay, this, I got to swap Pokemon out.
yeah,
Which I think there's pros and cons to that system, and I do appreciate the EXP share. But yeah, I just kind of enjoy the slower pace of like, okay, I'm 5 hours in, but I'm only level like 17, right? Or 16.
yeah, and I'm just having fun, like, exploring and leveling up random Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, in comparison, this feels like breakneck speed
Yeah.
because
And we,
you're
we
just
really need
Pokemon
like
so fast.
a remake of Gold and Silver, or for them to put Heart Gold, Soul Silver onto the Switch. I'll pay for it, but whatever. Like I'm really curious to go back and play those games again to see if they hold up,
Mhm.
and see if I still enjoy them as much as I remember enjoying them.
Yeah. You know what they should do? They should make a new Pokemon or a spin-off or a remake or something, or a spin-off. I think a
Yeah,
spin-off that is turn-based, but similar to something like Final Fantasy, Clear Obscure,
yeah.
Dragon Quest. You're controlling 4 Pokemon at once,
See, that would
and
be
you're
really cool.
cycling through their turns.
Yeah,
And, like, obviously, their speed and stuff would, determine which order they were in. But
see,
that
that
could
could be
be
really
cool
cool.
too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm not saying that, like, ZA needed this because I am enjoying the real-time combat
Yeah.
with ZA, and it's cool, like, you can, like, reposition your Pokemon so they dodge attacks. Like, "Oh, like, this Pokemon's using Ember, I can, like, run to the left and try to dodge it." And that's really cool because, like, you've never been able to do that in
Yeah.
another Pokemon game. So that's, like, a new mechanic.
Okay. That's cool.
Um, and the game does run really well. Like, honestly, I
I
know
hope
the
so.
visuals are yeah, the visuals are pretty flat. Like, the city visuals are pretty flat, but the game itself looks good
Yeah.
on Switch too. Looks good and runs good. That's not really a complaint that I have.
Yeah. If it would have came
Um,
out and we would still have like both like sub, 60 frames. Like I know like Pokemon fans, they just don't care, right? Like they don't care. They can just easily look over all this stuff. Where
mhm.
I think people outside people looking in, and people like us, where we've played every single Pokemon game, and we have these
Prove it.
like I don't know these criticisms about the game. Like, but some people they don't care, and I as someone who has enjoyed the series like my entire life, like we should demand better out of Pokemon Company. And I'm not saying that we have to have the cutting edge graphics. I think we've kind of gotten to the point now where like yeah, it's gameplay over everything, right? And it's always been that way. But man, just give us like a little bit more, just a little bit more. Like put some effort into the game that you're making. And that's where I feel like Game Freak is just not a good developer when it comes to, I don't know, just like cutting corners, making the entire city like a singular like one model, when every other developer, like the way that they kind of, obviously I'm not a developer, but when you're looking at something, it's being rendered, and when you're not looking at something, it's not being rendered. Like, I don't know why they didn't choose to do that for this game, and that way you could have like, some actual 3D models
Actual
on
depth.
your actual depth on your windows and everything. Like, yeah, it's just bizarre. Like the corners that they cut in like every single Pokemon game. And again, I know they're on a time crunch because of the cards
In the
and
show.
and they have to get everything is so reliant on the game to come out, because then everything else gets created. But I don't know, man. Like I would be so curious if Pokemon Company gave like another Pokemon game to another to another studio, put them on the same time crunch, and just see what else see how different like the development process would be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've had this same complaint for 10 years now with Game
the
Freak.
entire Switch generation, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much the entire Switch. I mean, I think the 3DS was fine. Like, it's, comparing it to like the traditional pixel art, I mean, it's never going to look as good as that stuff did. It's just not.
No.
But man, yeah. I don't know. All I'm saying, hardcore Pokemon games, I think, should just demand more. Fans should demand more from Game Freak. Like I was watching one TikTok the other day, and someone was like, I guess people are complaining that it takes place in one city. Whatever. It is what it is. But he's like, oh, Pokemon takes place in one city, and then he goes on to show like 5 other games that take place in the same town or city, and he showed off Silent Hill, Final Fantasy VII, and I'm like, you realize that you just showed, I don't think it's the city that people have the problem with, it's just how bad it looks. So you go on to show these incredible looking games that all take place in, a city or town or whatever. Maybe not the best.
Not the best comparison.
Yeah, not the best comparison.
Yeah, and the last kind of problem I have with it is the lack of voice acting. Even though it's
bad.
It's like animated, like it should be voice acted, and like the characters' mouths are moving like they're talking, but there are no words coming out, and it's really awkward. Like it's really awkward watching these scenes, and you do get used to it after a while, but like, God, that's the thing with Pokemon. It's like, oh, you just have to get used to it. You just have to get used to it. You just have to get used to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we'll get there one day. I think they're just going to have to do it at some point. I mean, look, Zelda's getting voice acting now. We had voice acting in Donkey Kong. You don't have to have your main protagonist talk, right? I mean, like, I don't think Link is ever going to talk in a video game, potentially. I mean, maybe after the movie they change it. Yeah. Like Donkey Kong doesn't talk. Like, we don't always need the main protagonist to talk. Same thing with like Metaphor. Like that didn't talk on that.
Yeah, that worked.
It works just fine. But yeah, it's time for there to be some voice acting in Pokemon. It just
they have room for not great budget.
Yeah, they certainly do.
I saw a report.
Hire me, I'll do it. It'll be a poor job, but hey, you got to start somewhere.
I don't have the full context of it, but essentially for Pokemon Legends ZA to break even, it only had to sell 200,000 copies.
That's insane.
And like it obviously sold like millions and millions in its first day.
Yeah, and again, that's what's so frustrating. Is again, I'm not wanting like these super like high fidelity graphics, but just something a little bit better, something a tad bit better.
And I think we're getting there.
Yeah,
I think ZA it's a step in the right direction. It's not it's not there
No, and
at all, but
it's still a Switch game, right? At the end of the day, it's
and
still
that's the problem as
a
well.
Switch game. Like whenever like the rumored, Winds and Waves next year, that's coming out, um, you know, 10th gen Switch 2 exclusive. Um, to me, that'll be like the make or break. It's like, okay, are we finally making this next step into getting some better looking stuff, out
Yeah,
of Game Freak and out of the Pokemon Company, or are we just forever going to be stuck in this just mediocrity of visuals?
but I remember having the same thought going into the Switch with Sword and Shield. I was really excited to see what they would do with Pokemon in 3D,
Yeah,
and Sword
yeah,
and Shield looked like buns.
yeah,
At
yeah,
least in the wild area, like in the open wild area zones.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that, if ZA looked incredible, and let's face it, right? We're in one city. Like, it should look incredible. It should look amazing. This should have been the best looking Pokemon game ever, right? And maybe it is, you know, with
Yeah, I
it
mean,
being the, 4K and whatever,
I think
and
objectively it
having,
is.
yeah. But like visually, it should have been like the most impressive.
It should have been
Um,
extravagant
yeah.
looking. Like Lumia City is so boring.
Yeah. And again,
Like,
like you're in one city, so you could just really, like, the fact that there's not more details in this game is like beyond me. Like, I genuinely don't understand at all. Because, like, first of all, the whole concept of Pokemon is what, searching far and wide. You're exploring. There's no exploring in this game, right? It's just one city. I mean, I think I was watching a beat 'em up stream, and he was able to cross a city like one end to the other within like maybe under 2 minutes. So there's not a lot of,
it's not that expansive.
yeah. So you strip away the whole identity of Pokemon and exploring, and you're stuck in one city, which is fine. Like, I'm not
Focus on battling.
yeah.
That's
But it's
yeah.
like, man, like, just we couldn't get finer details. Like, I don't necessarily need the graphics to be better, but like we couldn't get, we couldn't be able to walk into shops in this game. Like, you could walk into shops in
True.
red and blue, but we can't do it here. You got
No, yeah,
you got your barista standing outside the coffee shop. Just
and the Pokemon centers are like open air.
not
So
even
there's nothing
doesn't even hand you the item. It just appears in your inventory. Like, there's no animation. Like, like, come on. Ugh.
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
But it's like little stuff like that where
You don't notice it until you notice it, and then it all hits
Yeah.
at once. And you're like, oh man, like it does seem like they cut corners here.
yeah, and I think it wouldn't have been a big deal if they just made the windows nicer.
Yeah, window gate. Got him.
But I'm glad you're enjoying it. I may pick it up one day. I'm not quite sure. I think it was Wednesday night. I was putting Kellen to bed. I was like, hey, the new Pokemon game comes out tomorrow. You want to like play through it with me? And he's like, no, I'm good. I just want to open the cards. I'm like,
Wow.
okay. And that was it. And then I woke up. I was like, And then and then you texted me, and I was like, oh, let me know what your thoughts are. And then I was like watching videos and stuff, and I was like, But
yeah, I mean, it's different from Arceus. I don't know if I like it better or worse yet. And maybe if I went back and played Arceus, I would like it less than I did when I initially played it, because I really liked it when I played it, but my problem with it was with the graphics and the performance.
yeah.
And now that's not the problem. It's more so the sameness of it. So
Yeah, I would probably, if I went back and played Arceus, I would probably be a little more down on it than I was initially. I just thought the concept was really cool with Arceus. Getting closer to that step of like what you wanted as a kid, like an open world Pokemon game where you didn't have to like go into like the battle animation. You could just throw a Pokeball and sneak around. Like, all that stuff was super cool. Still is super cool. But yeah, I mean, based off all the leaks last week, it seems like we might be finally getting into that direction. We just got to wait a little bit longer with Gen 10.
Yeah.
Did you see, speaking of the leaks, did you see Centro Leaks on Twitter like throwing a fit about his stuff getting taken down? And I'm just like, dude, like, what do you expect, man?
Like you're a leak account. Like you post leaks and they're probably gonna get taken down.
Yeah. He was like throwing a fit about him. Or that
like, why are you threatening to sue people? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that was the crazy part. Is like, what grounds do you have to sue on? Like, I guess like freedom, like, I guess he
speech,
freedom of speech or freedom to report. I guess I don't know that
he was just sharing the leaks. He wasn't the one.
Yeah, he wasn't the person that was leaking the stuff. He was just, but he was the only person that was doing it, right? So like he had to have known like where it came. So I don't know exactly how that works, but yeah, I don't know. It's strange. He very well could be the person leaking it, and then he has like an alt account, and then like the main account is the one where he's like whatever.
Bold move though.
Yeah, interesting. And I said, I was like, dude, leaks are just bad for the industry in general. Like, I absolutely hate it. Like, it just ruins everything. It's like people, especially gamers, they cannot handle seeing information that you're not supposed to be seeing. I mean, look at Wolverine last year with like that huge leak. People are like, oh, the game looks like shit. It looks like ass.
Well, yeah,
it's an early build. Like, do you expect them to announce a game and then it's gonna be ready in 3 months? Like, and it just looks like that. They have to start somewhere. Like, so that gamers especially.
There's like a cognitive dissonance of like seeing a work in progress that you're not supposed to see, and then trying not to have overt harsh opinions.
Yeah,
like just you're not supposed to see that. Like you
they
do not deserve to have this information. Like,
no, they can't handle it. They just cannot. They can't handle having that much power, that much information, seeing stuff behind the scenes.
Start becoming an armchair developer.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how many like Halo Vidoc videos back in the day did you not watch? Apparently, like that stuff is so cool, and like I saw that stuff, and it's like it looks like a super duper early build of the game. Like,
what do you expect?
Yeah, like they haven't tacked on like the visuals or anything. It's just models. Like it's anyways. All right. Well, anything else you've been playing?
I do want to pick up Ball Pit.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard
that looks the Devolver.
Yeah,
Devolver joint. Any Devolver game is always, it's probably always going to be solid.
Yeah, and then Skate Story comes out in December. I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah, that one looks cool. I've seen a ton of like stuff on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, Devolver's always like
they're always putting out cool stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I have not played anything else.
Okay. All right. Well, let's dive over into the news here. We'll go briefly through some. So Ninja Gaiden 4, I believe that comes out this week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. That is sitting at an 82 on Metacritic. I thought it would be a little bit higher. I thought maybe like higher 80s. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think I still have my Game Pass subscription, so I might play it. I went back and played that Ninja Gaiden 2 remake, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't finish it. It did feel a little bit stiff. Like it definitely felt like a 360 game that was just visually enhanced. So I will be curious to see how Ninja Gaiden 4 plays. But yeah, I mean 82 is not a bad score at all. I thought it might have been a little bit higher. And then Keeper, this was more shocking, I think. I thought this could potentially be 88, 89, 90 game. This is from Double Fine, Tim Schafer studio. People that made Psychonauts 2 and a whole bunch of other like darling kind of indie games. Sitting at a 78. Nick, you pointed out that it was initially reviewed pretty well.
Yeah, it started off as like an 87.
Yeah, I guess more people played it over the weekend and like did a quick review of it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's great though. Like I heard it's just kind of a very self-reflective, quiet game. I mean, you play as a lighthouse that doesn't speak at all, so there's no dialogue in the game, and you're just doing like a bunch of like lighthouse-based puzzles, like shining light at random objects, and you have this bird that's working with you. It's like it sounds like
That's
kind of
cool.
endearing, like non-offensive, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to play it at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I heard it's
I want to
pretty
check it
short,
out.
like 5 to 6 hours.
Well, I don't know because I was watching the Kind of Funny review, and Paris was I think Paris literally said he beat it in like 7 hours, but then Mike beat it in like 3. So I'm like, what? How does that even like even I think it was Blessing was like he's like Mike, I genuinely I don't know how you beat this game in 3 hours. Like I don't know, but sure enough, so
Wow.
anywhere between 3 and 7, 8 hours.
Okay.
Who knows? But yeah, I do want to play it. It looks very like visually, it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And then our last story, Resident Evil Zero remake potentially leaked. It's reported to be coming out for 2028 or in 2028.
Jesus.
It's it's a little ways away. I mean, we got what 9 next year, Requiem. And then we'll probably have like maybe 5 remake. I would assume maybe in 2027
5 or Code Veronica?
or Code Veronica, yeah. And then, but yeah, this is from IGN. Capcom's upcoming unannounced Resident Evil Zero remake will reportedly launch in 2028 and feature the lead actor from Square Enix's Guardians of the Galaxy video game, which that is an excellent game. I know that game did not sell very well. Last year, IGN verified a report by noted Resident Evil leaker Dusk Golem that claimed Capcom would continue its remaking its classic Resident Evil back catalog with new versions of both Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil Zero in development. Now, he suggests that Code Veronica remake is targeting a Q1 2027 release, and then Zero will be the next year after.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
Man, they're like pumping these remakes and sequels out. I love it.
They're all quality.
I love this cadence.
They're all. Yeah. I mean, I know like 3 was probably like the one that was kind of like hated on the most, just because it's so short. It got the clock tower sequence cut from it.
Right. But it was like a year after 2.
It was a year after 2, and I love the fact that it was so short because I replayed that game like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
like I had a blast playing that game.
It's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, but I get it. Yeah, that was probably the weakest one out of all of them, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
but they've nailed it though. I mean, 4 was excellent. You know,
Village
5
was
is
awesome.
Yeah, Village was awesome. Yeah, I wonder if when 5 will be remade. That's the most divisive one. You know, it's going to be an interesting one. That one's in 2025 right now. That's a hard one to. I mean, we just talked about last week about Ubisoft not wanting to, make their post Civil War Assassin's Creed game, and we called them out and said, hey, make it. It could be a really, really cool story. And Resident Evil 5 was divisive back in the day, with white man going to Africa killing, black zombies. I get it, but like,
yeah,
come on, I get it. I get it. Trust me, I understand it, but
it's a hard line. But I feel like if they remake it, they have to remake it. They have to be honest with they have to be true to the original. Maybe clean up like the color grading. Like don't make it
very. It was very green. It was a very green game.
It was very Xbox 360 era.
Yeah,
like green and brown, like Gears of War.
Gears,
Gears. Yeah. Don't beat around the bush. I mean, we know it was Gears that did it.
Gears of Brown. Yeah, we got
Gears Brown. Yeah, I think they will remake it at some point. I think it'll be like 2029 or later though, because we'll have 9 in 2026. We'll have Code Veronica 2027, 0 in 2028, and then probably a 5 remake, and then whatever Resident Evil 10 we get.
Yeah,
they're cooking.
Yeah, they are absolutely cooking. I mean,
okay, let me ask you this.
Okay,
Resident Evil 9. Is Leon going to be there as a playable character?
I don't know. I think if he'll definitely be there. He's definitely got to be a part of that story. I mean, come on. I don't know if he'll be a playable character. If he is, it might be like a quick sequence, like a quick gameplay. I don't know if we'll do like, I mean, they could like do, one part. I'm forgetting the female protagonist, but maybe half the game,
not clear.
her, and then the other half Leon, or kind of like entangle them into the kind of weave them in and out of the story, as it's being told. I don't know. As much as like I love playing as Leon, like I don't know if I need to play. Like it's not a make or break. Like if they come out and say, "Hey, he's in the game, but he's not playable," that's fine. I mean, I don't, need to play. I mean, it would be cool, but we got 2, we got 4 with him. He's in 5, or not 5. He's in 6. Yeah, so like we've had a lot of Leon.
I think,
but it would be cool. Like, come on, like
Game Awards announcement.
Yeah. See, that would be a huge Game Awards announcement.
That would be very huge. Like you show the player playing in first person, and then you switch out to third person because you can like do it. Can you do it on the fly? You might have to go into the settings, but
I think you have to go into the settings. Yeah,
okay.
unless you do the mode where it like switches you in and out based on like the developers.
Fruits.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just want to do it that way and see.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be real cool. Or like you're gonna have the protagonist. She's gonna be like almost get killed by something, and then Leon's gonna come in and do a fucking somersault and kick the shit out of the enemy, and then he's like,
yeah, his knees are gonna crack a little bit.
Yeah, say something quippy.
I mean, he's gonna be 80 years old in this one, so.
He just rolls in a wheelchair.
Like does a little wheelchair stomp. Gets him on real good.
But yeah, I think he'll be there. I hope he's playable, but I just don't know.
Okay, that's fair. Man,
the question is, does he die in this game?
That'd be cool. That would be pretty cool.
Go out in like a blaze of glory or something.
Die in Raccoon City.
Yeah. Die where it all started.
Yeah. Die with your city. Live with your city. Die with your city.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm very excited for Rockaway. And we don't have to wait too long. Like early, like in February. So
and it's Capcom, so we're gonna get 1,000 more trailers.
Yeah.
Between now and then.
Yeah. I think we won't get one until the Game Awards. I think they'll show off, I think they'll reveal Leon in the game officially. Are you gonna be able to stream the Game Awards? I know it's gonna be right around baby time.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe
you can come in and out.
Yeah. If I do, I'll be in and out.
Yeah.
But I won't be working. So
yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah. Well, I'll stream it regardless, and then you can always go in and out as you need to.
Yeah.
Be all right. Last question for you. This kind of just popped up in my head in the last 10 minutes or so. Metro Prime 4 comes out December 4th, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna get a direct for this game, right? Like it feels like we need one. Like we're getting our second one for Kirby at some point. Yeah.
I feel like Sakurai threatened us with that second one.
He did absolutely threaten us. You think we get one?
I don't know. Do we get one for Hyrule Warriors first? Or does that need one?
Do we need one for that?
I mean, no, because we know that no. I mean, we don't.
I guess we don't need one for Metro Prime 4 either. I mean,
I would like one.
I mean, yeah, I would
like
definitely like one.
Because I feel like they haven't nailed a single trailer yet.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one was pretty good, showing off the motorcycle. But they didn't exactly sell the open world with that trailer.
See, and that now that you say that, I do feel like we need, like, what is the open world? Is it a hub, like Gears 5, and you're kind of driving around in nothingness, and then you kind of veer off into wherever the story entails, or whatever weapon you unlock, or whatever the case is.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I feel like we need a little bit more information about that, whether it's an overview trailer, I would like a direct. I mean, I think that'd be cool to have a Prime 4 direct. Did Metroid Dread get a direct? I don't think it did.
No, it did get like a showcase during during E3.
Yeah.
It got like a pretty decent showcase.
Yeah. And I feel like they will do one because this is very similar to the Xenoblade 3 direct, where for hardcore fans you probably don't need one, right? But for someone like me that I don't really know nothing about this world, seeing that direct, I don't think I got it initially when it came out, but I got it pretty soon after.
Yeah.
And that direct definitely kind of pushed it up for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of needed, and if they want Prime 4 to be a big seller or the best selling game in the franchise, and I feel like it can be, but they gotta sell the crowd that has never played a Prime game or Metroid in general.
Yeah, and
from a huge bar to to get over. That's what Dread sold 3-ish million copies, and that's the highest selling Metroid game of all time. So it's not a huge mountain to climb, but
it's in a tough place right now because the hardcore fans, I feel like, are not really happy with the trailers so far. And then it's not doing a lot to appeal to like the more casual audience or like the non-Metroid fans.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm excited for it just because we've been waiting for this for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, like I've said before, the trailers have not blown me away. And I'm just wondering, I'm wondering what is going on there. Like, is it because they can't find the fun to show off, or because they're just cutting these trailers weird, or they're holding something back?
I think it might just be they're cutting it weird. Because we know what the Prime gameplay is, right? So like we know it's not, it's not, even though it's a first person game, like it's not necessarily like a Twitch shooter.
It doesn't necessarily show well.
Yeah. It's it's about exploration and kind of methodically making your way through the map and traversing and going back and finding shortcuts and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily translate well. And I definitely probably saw a Prime trailer back in the day, but I've never watched one all the way through. So I don't know how well those showed off, and maybe they didn't because they didn't sell very well. So yeah, I think a direct is absolutely needed. You have a Nintendo Direct for a specific game, it's going to get high views regardless because it's a direct. So I feel like it's absolutely needed.
Yeah. I just think it's so weird that Kirby Air Riders got a direct so early.
Yeah, that felt weird.
But that's also Sakurai's call. Like I feel like he had that trailer cut a year in advance.
Yeah, it felt like. It was great. It was a great.
It's funny, great.
Yeah,
great trailer.
Great presentation.
Presentation. But
I wasn't sold on that game at all. Yeah, and with it being $70, I'm definitely not sold.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we'll get one. I think it's kind of a must at this point for Metroid Prime 4. I don't think we'll get it in October, but maybe sometime in November, like early November, we'll get it.
Yeah, I think early to mid, because like Age of Imprisonment comes out early November. I think it comes out like the 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
And then Air Riders comes out the 20-something, 22nd.
20th or 27th?
I think it's the 20th.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So maybe between those two games, we'll get a direct, or like the week after Air Riders, we get.
Yeah, because Air Riders is gonna have a second direct too. So like, where does that fall into place?
Yeah, when's the second direct gonna hit the timeline?
I feel like we could get that this week potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When does Age of Imprisonment? November 6th. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. That game looks really good.
Yeah.
All right, well, Nick, any final thoughts before we wrap the show up?
No. No, not really.
Just a thoughtless guy over here.
just nothing going on in my head. What's to end the show? What is the next game that you are really excited for?
The next game, I'm probably Hyrule Warriors. You know, I want to try Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm not pumped for it, I would say. Like, again, I didn't even realize it was releasing tomorrow. Outer Worlds 2, you know, I'm curious about, but
Yeah.
at this point, I'm not going to have Game Pass when that launches, and I'm not buying that game. So that may be something I revisit at a later time. So yeah, I mean, looking at
what else comes out.
Hyrule Warriors, Prime 4, Marvel Cosmic Invasion actually looks like a really cool 2D beat 'em up game that I want to try.
Yeah,
based off the trailers and stuff like that. That looks cool. But yeah, other than that, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's it.
Yeah, dude.
I am probably gonna pick up Plants vs Zombies Replanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna
just
pick that
for the
up too.
nostalgia alone.
Yeah, that's a fun game. Mina the Hollower, I'm looking forward to. I like that demo a lot.
Well,
that was cool.
It's delayed indefinitely.
It is delayed indefinitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, they said a short delay, but we don't know what the context of that short delay is. Like,
gotcha.
Is that into 2026 or is that still coming in 2025?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the other games. Nothing else really. Yeah, pick up Solo Leveling, the game, the movie.
I'll wait for reviews. I know it's going to be bad reviews. I'll wait. I mean, it could be like Dragon Ball Z. Like, I know these games are notoriously not notorious. They don't ever get like in the 80s. They're usually high 70s, maybe low 80s. I am a big Solo Leveling fan, so.
Is this Bandai?
I believe so. Anything Japanese related, I'm assuming it's going to be Bandai. They have like a monopoly.
Oh, it's Netmarble.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm
No
not
idea.
sure. But I think it's I think it's the mobile game like redone. So
Okay.
like I don't have high expectations for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So. All right, well, guys, I think that's going to end the show. We appreciate everyone listening and watching. If you can review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. We'll be back next week talking about all the news. More game if we end up playing any new games that come out, but we'll have more to say about the ending of Silent Hill. Maybe we'll do a Silent Hill F spoiler cast at some point.
Yeah.
That could be out. That could be pretty fun. But yeah, hopefully everyone has a good week, and we'll see you next